There's fire in the atmosphere, moving in synergy. This electricity.
And we are in here, folks, and ready to get underway with a little late night gaming. A little late night fraggaroo between EG and Nouns. It starts here on Inferno. Nouns have picked the correct site. You win the poll. You win the prize. Oh, you've only got Hex to deal with. The rotations are on quickly. The bomb's going to be left a little bit exposed. They've slipped it in towards the site. Bomb plant should be guaranteed here. Retake will be swift. And it will have no mercy as Walko gets the party started. Nade, not so effective. Shots, much more so. And an answer back. Trades all the way down. No kit for EG. We need to get these kills pronto. Not ready to do it. Got a shot for Rush, but now it is just Rush. And he has to live up to his name. Double swing will take him out of play, John, and it starts for Nouns.
Oh yeah, Nouns getting the first, but it was a scrappy one, back and forth, trades for each squad before Nouns took control. B-Wolves with the triple to make it 1-0 in favor of Nouns, and Evil Genius is probably going to opt for the force buy here, and they absolutely will. It's going to be pistols for everyone except Junior, who's on that scout, and as I mentioned, Junior is above and beyond their best player on the squad right now for Evil Geniuses. He's been their top frag over the last 3 BO3s with 47 against Fluffy Aimers, 47 as well against B-Hop, and 44 frags up against Mythic. CJ is going to take down Walko right off the docket here, as Nell's going to walk into the B side, probably take it pretty easily, and there you have it, CJ the King with the 2K on the anti-force buy, and Evil Genius is just going to save what they've got here, more than likely.
Take something into the next round at the very least. No sense throwing it away still. But commanding 2-0 is always a good thing for Nouns. Now, they do have 4 MAC-10s here, right? So they may honestly want to hunt purely because they don't necessarily want to be taking the MAC-10s forward. Everyone's pretty tagged up, though, so
yeah,
might also just say, yeah, you know what, we're good. That seems to be the case. CJ still giving a little look-see.
Oh, we could get caught.
Could do. Been spotted. Does at least whittle out an extra piece of utility from Ags. Smoke is gone. But it is going to be all 5 surviving and the 3 with the save over on the EG side.
Yeah, it makes sense to keep the SMGs up and running. You know EG's not going to be on a buy here anyway, and it's going to be another anti-eco more than likely. Not going to see the force buy from the rest of the players that died in that previous round. So yeah, keep the SMGs and the AK. You should be fine. As Nouns are looking to make it 3 in a row to fully convert off their pistol round victory. B-Wolves tosses the nade on forward here as they try to get down Banana. Not much ground gain yet. Junior's there with the scout. He's going to toss a nade and fade away a little bit because he doesn't want to get caught off without reinforcements behind him, but those reinforcements are going to back off. It's a full-on rotation from EG aside from Junior towards A. I like the gamble. It's a good call because Nouns are headed in this direction.
The unarmored pistols, though stacked they may be, stacked they will fall. 2 dismantled, a 3rd to go. Pit player gone, and well, doesn't matter how many you stack if they never do see the opponent's flash is effective for Nouns. Good utility usage, didn't overestimate, or rather underestimate the site. So they take it again decisively, commandingly. That's going to be a lot of money made off of those 4 SMG kills as well.
Oh, yeah. Making the cash there on the Nouns side, and indeed going to find that 3rd round victory. Junior, I mean, there's no way. I don't think he sticks with the scout heading into the 4th round of play, but
it could do. Hey, we've got some time on this save here, John. How's your day?
Yeah.
How was your day?
It's going pretty well. Pretty good. Nothing too crazy, you know. Regular full-time job and took my notes for the cast, and here we are.
That's what we love to hear.
How about you?
It's a good one. Local election here in Philadelphia, so put in the vote. You know, participate in the democratic process.
Nice.
Watch some of the major.
Oh, of course, yes.
Thriving. Watch the improbability of Into the Breach making playoffs. Wild.
I mean, after yesterday, I'm like, yep, Into the Breach is going to make it. So is Apex. Like, it's
It's
just...
wild, man. The last major in CSGO, maybe one of the most tumultuous. Speaking of tumultuous, it's a good way to get started. Oh, even better. Rush. A twofer. Very good here for EG. It is the bonus round for Nouns, but they're getting nothing out of it. Just on the B-Wheels. Got the rifle. And he might just be looking for damage at this point. CSG with the player hit. Poison about where this molly goes, and Hex will find him.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the expected result with Nouns bringing limited firepower into that round, going for that bonus round, and Evil Geniuses take it pretty handily with Hex finding that 2K and Rush chipping in for a few frags as well. So, Evil Geniuses track the scoreboard. Nouns are going to have AKs for themselves, not opting for the AWP. And it's a team that can easily go for this type of buy because Cynic is extremely versatile. You know, he can go for and be a primary opper, but also he's a fantastic rifler. So it's great. I mean, he's literally a jack of all trades because, of course, he's the IGL as well for this squad. 1:38 on the clock. Flashbang going to get tossed here towards mid by Evil Geniuses trying to fend off Nouns, but Nouns are pretty spread out. A couple of guys went to the apartments. Oh, I think Marky might have spotted out Rush or had an inkling that he was coming around that corner before the smoke bloomed, and he sprays him down to 46 HP. But Rush still alive and kicking as Nouns decide where they're going to go, and it appears to be a lean towards the A site for now. They can still deviate.
Junior up on half wall. Good setup here for this B hold with the support from Walko. Still could be under threat, right? But the idea is presumably, well, actually, as I say this, Walko's even backing away from the logs position. Presumably, seeing the op on Junior is enough to coax them into not paying too much attention to logs. But with smoke gone, doesn't fancy those. So he's actually backing away. We'll just leave the domain of the Nana. His compatriot with the long gun. Ground taken in the site just yet. Wraparound arch is coming, and Walko might be here just in the nick of time. Nouns, they've only got 20 seconds. They've got to go, and there's 4 bodies here for defense. And oh, ahead of the smoke, Walko. Big missed opportunity. Now his teammates are in trouble, but they're quickly going to alleviate that pressure. Kill from Hex to follow up as well. Leaves it all to Carson. Just not enough time, but he might make it.
He has time.
Oh, none to spare. Junior circling, but Carson, he needs the headshot. Dance around the pillar to find himself some time. Junior breaks back out the big gun. The first shot goes wide. Carson back onto the sidearm. Just on the clock. Out of bullets. Trying to buy time. Trying to dance around with Junior. Who's going to find the headshots? It will be Junior indeed. Last second here, but time enough for the defuse.
So far delivering as promised here. Carson gets a very tough frag with such limited time left. He had to literally get that shot and then plant the bomb in that moment, or else he didn't have time to have a chance at winning the round. Gets the bomb plant, extra $800, which does make a difference here because it means they have full util pretty much across the board instead of having limited util with only the AKs. But on the Evil Genius side, Junior, who's been the hero for them many times before, clutches out the 1v1 and gets that second round for them. Junior, as well with the AWP, leads the league in terms of op kills per round at 0.61 per round. He is something else, honestly. Junior, speaking of, waiting here at Arch side, he tosses the Molotov in. He's trying to set Hexed up for a lot of damage here on Porch Rooftop. Rush right
below him, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The 1-2 punch here is a little more effective if the op could be on the angle, but not gonna get everything you want. And it works out beautifully. A 1-for-3 trade, and they'll take that every day of the week, doubly so when they get the bomb to boot. So the smokes to cover this off, but they better be effective. You're dead, man. You might be anyway. Need to sail in. Bomb can be retrieved, and they better get it while these smokes are still up. Indeed, they do. Now, where do they take it? Utility's gone. Single HE remaining on Marky. This is going to be tough, whichever way you split it.
Yeah. 42 seconds left on the clock, too. You have Rush waiting in pit. It was kind of exposed, right? Because Junior's watching Arch and actually watching into mid. So if Rush goes down here, likely leads to a bomb plant. That's if Rush goes down and he gets one onto Marky. B-Will's the last one standing. Rush smokes himself off as well. This is so tough for B-Wills to even find one frag, not to mention two. And he does get one onto Rush. 20 seconds left for him now. And Junior's watching. There's really nowhere for him to go. Tries to toss a flashbang and forces Junior around the corner. Will he get the bomb plant off? No. Wako comes on the flank and takes him down.
Walko was always waiting there as the insurance policy. The unknown factor to make sure that bomb didn't go down. So, Carson's bought just right off the rip. Okay. He was the only player with money. Yeah, but he's gone for full util as well, right? If he spared the util, could have maybe just had a save regardless of the hero rifle. And, well, it's not going to happen. So now they're chasing him. They're going after it. I don't know whether that was a conscious decision or whether that was a, hit the auto buy button.
It might have just been a hit the auto buy button because I don't know if Nouns necessarily wanted to buy here. They did lose 3 in a row, so the loss bonus is pretty good, but even then, they need a bomb plant here to have a better buy up next round. Or they need to win, obviously, but, well, that's going to be more of a tall order up against the Evil Geniuses who have full kits and top rifles ready to go.
Yeah, and these CT sides on Inferno have been very good for EG of late.
Oh, yeah.
Comes the approach from Carson. Draws out a smoke. No peek to check it. And it seems like they're just going to execute B, which, what can you blame them? They don't have a ton of utility to spare. They've kind of got one, maybe 2 execs in this. Is there a molly to slow it? George has one. And actually, as they've brought Rush in, now they've got a second Molotov as well. This puts them in a really prime spot. That molly isolates players. Look at the damage that they're taking. Such a tough fight through the smoke. They had to take some sort of ground. And Rush, he was ready for them. It's a massacre now. Junior dead at least. Rush follows, so he gets a bit of sweet revenge. With time short, health short as well. CJ finds himself coming up short in the round.
Yeah, so the force buy doesn't really yield that much. Yes, you got a couple of frags, but Evil Geniuses quickly shut them down before they could get that bomb planted. And as a result, without the extra $800 injection into their economy, it's just going to be a half buy here at most while they wait for their loss bonus to kick in the following round. But still, Nouns can be very dangerous with those pistols, and it will be 4 deagles, make it 5 deagles for the squad. One lonely piece of utility in the smoke in CJ the King's hands. Carson, along with Cynic at the armor. Marky hits a ripper of a shot right off the rip here onto Junior. So now the op is gone. That's a fantastic little play there, but the problem is you still have Hex and Rush, and they will get 4 combined.
Yeah, not a problem. Carson's got a bit of a cheeky spot. Gonna get down into pit. No one's looking for him just yet, but eventually you gotta have the awareness to say, where could he have gone? Here he could have gone. George looking for it. Won't realize in time. Former teammate takes his head from off his shoulders, but a minute to play with. I mean, we've seen Carson do these before.
Oh, they're lining up.
They are indeed. It was a double swing, and they actually catch him mid-jump. Unfortunate timing for Carson, but a round that felt destined to be EG's nonetheless.
Yeah, no, definitely good hold from EG once more. They look solid on their defensive end once the guns have come out. In fact, 5 in a row for them, looking to make it 6. But of course, Nouns didn't really have a full investment there. Now they will. Here come the AKs once more, full util as well. Let's see what they can do.
See indeed.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Mike, looking in terms of entry frags on the squad, Cynic leads the squad in that regard, but Junior is the one to tell the story at the beginning of this round with the op frag on to B-Wills. He has the opener, and he also leads his team in that stat category.
Oh, that's a great shot out. Now the Molotov can go down, confirms the bomb as well, so the rotation's triggered. They're bringing the players back over. They still have firm control of Pit. And that smoke, oh, it bloomed, but there was another Molotov.
Oh.
Junior tried to keep X safe. There was another molly, and actually that's a leg shot on the Marky, so there's a chance now. There's a chance now. They're still very vulnerable. Marky in a graveyard, recognizing that his position's very compromised. He's still alive here, and he's got the shot. On the rush now. Can't find the shot on Marky. He's ducking. He's dipping. He's diving. He's dodging. And Carson is there for the finishing blow. That one, I think a few fortunate breaks for Nouns, but they will take it every day of the week.
Those two smokes were so good for Nouns, right? Because they got full visibility on George, who's running through thinking, well, I don't think anyone's here because my other teammate just ran past and no one actually shot at him. So he goes through, gets his head taken off, and that only leaves one left on the Evil Geniuses side. And I mean, they had no idea that Carson was on site, only knew that Marky was in graveyard. And if Rush hits that shot onto Marky, then maybe he's able to flick around and realize that Carson's on the site. Because he doesn't, smoke fades, Carson has a free shot, and it's done. Timeout going to be called here as Nouns looking to recover after losing 5 in a row. They get their 4th. Timeout is called by the Evil Geniuses.
Surprised to see the money gone so quickly.
Yeah.
5 rounds in a row, John.
I mean, so many bodies were being dropped, right? It's not like Nouns were getting blown away.
Got the utility at least, but a lot of that was just spent in a salvo down banana with little impact or effect. There's still a bit of a nade salvo here towards A. If players get spotted brackets, they will let fly. But instead, for the moment, Nouns take ground on the banana side. Flash over, does that trigger the HEs? Not yet.
Doesn't seem so.
Oh, the timing on that peak, that's such good damage. Hex also gets confirmation that no one's here right now, so he's already floating, anticipating a B hit, anticipating that there might be a response right off the rip on this. Monko setting up a utility for his teammate. George just has a 5-7, not the most intimidating of things on the other side. Still, it has stalled out Nouns for a bit. And their utility themselves is gone. Single smoke, some flashes. They're coming back to brackets. This could get into a really tough spot now. Oh, timing on that. Carson was ready for it, but not for the trade rush. Oh, good damage. Keeping this close at the very least, but still, the vital kill for Cynic comes in at the tail end, and now a bomb plant is secure.
I mean, there are guns down here for the Evil Geniuses to pick up. The question is, will they get their hands on them in a round chambered in time? They do.
She's seen it. Shot goes wide, though, and he'll get caught. It's all on the Marky now. Marky from the pit. He wants to take the initiative. He wants to take the aggression. Trying to look for the angle. They're not expecting him, but George is ready. Snappy on the aim, and the defuse on for the Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, and that was a force by Walco and George coming back to that site with nothing but pistols, but they find an AK and an op, I believe, or another rifle on the ground at the very least. They get the op at the end after taking down Cynic, but still, that's a nice bit of play from EG as they hang on to the lead, make it 6-4. But Nouns, they find the bomb plant, they have enough money, the loss bonus is there as well, so they will get AKs once more. A little short on util, but it's not too bad. As they walk in here, see how they mix it up or decide to. Just a little stat tidbit here for you, Mike. Every single map that these two teams have played over the last 2 BO3s has gone 28 or more rounds. 2 of them going to overtime, and both overtime matches won in the first OT by the Evil Geniuses.
Well, you know, John, if the major has taught us anything, it's that precedent means nothing.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah.
Precedent
I mean,
means nothing.
uh,
The world is chaos. Randomness is king. Hex falls off the balcony. I'm only 60% confident he meant to do that.
well, I didn't take any damage, so I think it's
No, he's all good. No harm, no foul. Just looked a little funny. It's one of those where you fall and you're like, yeah, let me line up this nade. I meant to do that. Totally. This was the plan. Is George pushing the hall or is he playing anti-flash here? Anti-flash. He's out on the railing right now. Oh, good damage, good kills, and finding damage on the Hex. Rush with big impact. Can Hex get anything? No, he can't. And this could just be a save for EG. Bomb's going to go down. Tough
yeah.
retake.
No, with the money the way it is and how back and forth these rounds have gone, going for a retake in this situation is very, very tough to justify. Not to mention only a flashbang for Junior. Nah, they're going to pull the plug. Nouns are going to get a 5th for themselves here. That was a nice bit of play on the defensive end by Rush, who's definitely had a game for himself. Only in round number 11, 17 and 9. He continues to get multi-kills.
He is picking up 2 or 3 kills every time they come towards A. It feels like.
Yeah.
Go for a walk. Oh, but can he hold on to this gun? That's the only thing. Yes, he can. All
Wow.
good. And actually, that's going to limit now. So you're in a bit of an awkward situation if you're EG.
Oh.
But we've seen them work with limited buys before. They could do it here. We've had Marky
here?
drop out of the server, it seems.
I don't know. Maybe.
Or the
Could
HUD
just be
just
a-
doesn't
a
like
HUD
Marky
glitch.
now.
Yeah. It's late. The HUD's getting tired too.
All right, we're just ripping it with
Undefined.
undefined.
Hey,
Yeah,
he's
back. Okay. HUD said nah for just a little bit.
HUD was mad at Marky.
I guess so.
Really?
I choose to believe that he disconnected, reconnected in the, after he died to back in, but maybe. Just said no.
Just, HUD's getting sentient, Mike.
Well, I mean, look, Marky is a bit of a mysterious lad. Maybe he is a bit undefined. See what we got. Halls pop. Couple players coming out. Defense is sequestered in towards the site proper. Junior coming back into this arch fight with the AWP. Could get an opportunity on Carson. Here comes the pop around. Rifle. Doesn't find anything. Junior. He sets up for the retake and Hex with one more kill. Keeps it even. Stevens in the numbers. Only we planted. They opt to go deep with it. So you've got Cynic in the pit. 2 players defending from sight. Does EG want to risk this? No.
No.
Wow. They actually had so much util. I really would have thought it was a decently favorable situation for them, but they're not about it.
No, I think it's the money that made that decision for them. Just realizing if we don't get this, we probably won't be able to have a good buy next round. Versus if we save here, we can drop guns and have pretty much the same buy-up that we had in this one. So, not to mention those 2 AKs are exceptionally valuable in the hands of the CTs. So, we see the round 2 Nouns, and it's tied up at 6-6. Also a testament as to how hard it is to retake the A site in Inferno, right? When even though you have even numbers, 3v3, you decide not to go. Just so many angles to clear. It's a firing range if you're a CT.
P90 for Cynic. That's an interesting one.
We got Cynic of old coming through here.
I don't feel like that was ever quite... Well, maybe.
Sometimes, yeah.
I guess. All right, here we go. We wanted on the entry, but only one. And George, oh my goodness, he's going to punish them for not getting the kill. Woo, all right. Carson, at least bring that back. That this round is now very much in doubt. Hex could pick his moment to go through. Marky knows that that was the likely play. He's ready to babysit. Make sure the bomb can, in fact, be planted, and indeed it will be. So Junior much as he want to risk this off, he can buy an op in the next round regardless. I think this opportunity is too prime to not give a look in. Rush can get a gun en route. Need an audio key with it, but no one was close enough to hear. They've got the right read. You're going to burn a player out here. Gotta be posted. Gotta be ready. There's the frag. Time is short, but there's kits. They're on. They're stuck on. No.
Oh, what a shot.
Pulled off. Carson from Coffins has secured the round. Woohoo! But Opera Rush will hit a tasty no-scope lit on the end.
Oh my god.
And escape with the big green.
That's Rush's second op frag of the season. It's a no-scope. Ay, ay, ay. Well, good on you, Rush. He makes it expensive for Nouns, who have to reinvest fully into this one. But Nouns do retake the lead for themselves, 7-6. Although EG almost took the round. George with a beautiful 3K. But Nouns able to recover, and then a little limited EG trying to get back on that site, and they just could not complete it. Shot from Carson to take down Junior. Junior's flashed out here. He has to back off. That's one thing that Nouns have done really well, is limit Junior's impact. It seems like they can only do it for so long, but as of right now, they've held him to only 7 frags. It's Rush that's been a problem for them.
Frag on for Junior there, backing away. They could be in the firing line here. There's still nades as well on EG if those rip. They were in the choke point for a moment, but a little bit more of a spread now. Utility shouldn't have the same impact. They stalled out, and that's a big kill now found from Junior. A second as well, no scope. Why not? Rush at least goes down without anything this time around.
Oh, what?
Peoples and Carson have turned this round on its head. There's a lot of retake util here, but Carson's in the pit. The problem for him is going to be all of these dang Molotovs. So many Molotovs. One Molly. Molotovs for days. 2 Molly's going to be here in a moment. George better throw that. He's got it. There's nowhere for Carson to hide, and he knows it. The swing is on, and the execution is swift.
Yeah, this time, EG do not let that 3K go to waste. Junior dipping and dodging, hitting the 3K with the op. The no-scopes as well coming through, at least only one of them, but still tied up 7-7 as EG take that round. And did want to talk about George a little bit more because, you know, you saw him stunting with the 3K right in that previous round. He used to be a player that was quite the performer in terms of frags. Yeah, on Nouns, and even on EG, he was great, Mike.
I was just saying he used to be a player who was on Nouns, yes.
Okay, yeah, sorry, you're getting me crossed up here. But no, in terms of AST, so if you remove the frags, decay from KAST, George actually leads ECL with 27.9% of rounds where he has an assist, stayed alive, or traded a frag.
AST, is that, let's see, ASL is age, sex, location. Is it like age, sex, transient? Oh, Rush, that was a cheeky push. A bold one, to say the least. And George does not want to continue to press the periphery. He'll dump a smoke and back away. So instead, that funnels them back towards A, and Walko is here just in the nick of time to reinforce. So this is the heavy stack site. He's sailing out, but they're ahead of the smoke. Junior, big missed opportunity. Now he's under pressure. He's under siege, and Hext is under the ground. This round looking firmly in favor of Nouns. And George, what can he even think about doing in this 1v4? Deep position's already taken up. Cynic's looking for the win. Cynic's pressing the envelope, and Cynic will deliver to send us to the break. And we're back. Welcome back to the late night hour here.
Hello.
We're halfway through our first map of this best of 3. It's 11:30 p.m. Late night Counter-Strike. And
Yeah.
this round is definitely not live.
Definitely not. Decidedly not.
100% not being played as expected. Carson has just put a bullet in CJ's head, which should tell you everything you need to know. This round's getting replayed. Let's go see why.
We don't have a reason.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm gonna speculate that someone is having ping issues. There we
Well,
go.
everyone's moving.
Except for Walco.
I guess it could be Walco. Or I guess it could have been CJ, who did die in spawn. It's probably CJ.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Well, unfortunate there. Anything you
Wait,
want to...
CJ didn't die in spawn. Carson killed him.
Yes. He died in spawn.
Well,
I didn't say the cause of death. I didn't specify. He still did the act of dying. Carson did the act of murder.
okay. All right.
Nothing I said was wrong, John.
Well, yeah. Technically, right?
Well, we love a good medic. Nothing like that in our first map of a series that started 3 hours later than it should have. To really just keep us on schedule here, John. Really just make this a quick night.
It happens. Look, I mean,
No.
we don't have...
It does happen.
What? No?
That is true. Should it happen, though, John? That's a different question.
Well, we're here now, Mike.
We are here together, John.
Yeah.
Forever.
Enjoy the night together. Well, I mean, I like you, Mike. I don't know if I like you that much.
Forever.
I don't know about forever.
Forever.
Oh,
No
God.
escape, John. No escape.
Yeah. Oh, God. You're channeling... Oh, my God. What is her name from Monsters, Inc.? Jesus, like Mike Wazowski.
Roz.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike Wazowski. All right. Pissed around his... All right, that's bad for my
No,
voice.
no, 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 no.
That
Don't
is
do it.
bad for my voice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. Oh, no. This one's not live either? No, that was actually a CT shot. Okay, we're good.
Yes.
We're good. This is, in fact, happening. We're good. Easy. The scoreline does not reflect reality. It will update after this round.
We're in.
We're in. It's 8-7. This is the fight. Pretty slow start to this pistol round. The skirmish down mid has been the only contact so far in this round. EG holding back. Shocker. You're going to see a lot of that from EG in this half.
Yes. I mean, I was about to say, their T side has been the one where we've seen a lot more struggles for EG on Inferno, and it's because they hang back sometimes too long and often second guess themselves when they decide to go for rotations. So
Because they
we'll
want
see
to
if
use
that continues to be an issue.
every second of the minute 55 for every round,
Yes.
if they can. Every possible second. Light sight is the one they're hitting, but the flank will be fast, so they better move quickly. There's the spot. There's the engagement down mid. Can't get the bomb stuck. Can't keep fighting this. Kill for Walco. Follow-up for Rush. And it's all in the Cynic here to actually be in the defense. Peter, though, misses his opportunity to punish the flank, and that drops the bomb. So now the flank is just the actual fight. But George, out of bullets, was good for it, but he ran out of ammo, and CJ had just enough to get her done.
Wow, there's just a small window of opportunity there for CJ to hit the second shot, and he nails it. Perfect crosshair placement on both USB headshots, and there you have it. Now do indeed make it 9-7 here for real, as they look to get another 3-round conversion off their pistol. Evil Geniuses, no buy-up, no bomb plant. So they're just going to go dry with the Glocks. No util at all for them. What do they decide to do in this situation? It looks like, well, take their time. Not gonna be what a nade. Toss there off the wall. Hex gets taken down to 31 HP, and now he gets to stop the track. And that's a good idea here, Cynic, who does have to pull up the sidearm just to get the frag on rush and finally will retreat. Maybe. I mean, he's got a player right behind him, so maybe they just want to continue to push the issue. And they will. It's dangerous.
They love danger.
Indeed.
They thrive on it. The danger, they don't get up in the morning. And this danger will quickly be averted. It's just George. The Glock. The Glock. Glock. Out of this round.
There we go. Nouns hit double digits first here against EG, but here come the rifles.
They do indeed. This is, though, 2 pistol round wins and the conversions off of them. So Nouns set up beautifully to take this one. You really couldn't ask for a better situation in a map.
No doubt. No question. I mean, it could be even a third here. We'll see, but it is going to be a bonus run for them, right? 4 MP9s and the A1S. If they win this one, it'll be even better for them in the CT side.
Trying to decide if I'd rather have a 4 SMG buy on T or CT side here on Inferno. What do you think, John?
I would probably say CT side, right? Because you can hold those angles, those close angles, especially around Banana. You can just tuck yourself around the half wall and sandbags. It becomes so very dangerous with just MP9s.
Yeah, I think I actually agree with you. You know, I think the on most maps, the common wisdom would be you'd rather have the Mag-10s and just jump around corners and try and go for a momentum play. But I think Inferno lends itself to the MP9 with plays such as this. Especially if you're Carson and you like jumping around corners.
Good opener from Carson. Does a little bit of damage to Hex as well. Would have been better if he retreated back to cover and survived. But sitting at a 4v4, Evil Geniuses say, you know what? That is not the play. They're going to back off for now. They could end up there at the end of the day, but 45 seconds left won't leave them much time to maneuver back. And it looks like, yeah, going into the A site, 2 players waiting here. Marky with the MP9, and on the other side, it's CJ with the much more lethal A1S. They're going to have a nice little crossfire set up for themselves. Great flashbang thrown by EG, but it is going to be the MP9 doling out the damage. Marky gets 2. Junior and George, the last 2 standing, and the pincer attack is on.
Blank all about Junior, but he's got it. He's got it. He delivers when called upon, and now facing into the 2, the MP9 was never going to be enough. Nice hold from the Evil Geniuses. They win the round they needed to do, and well, okay, Carson has just ripped off an M4 here, which is similar to what he did in the first half, and also a bad idea here, probably. 3 players are not going to be able to buy up fully. They'll make it work, but the utility is going to be limited. There is a kit on Marky, so keep an eye on his position if he dies. Interesting one here. Certainly no op. Certainly some limitations.
Yeah, Marky is hanging back. It's going to be a rip here, and it's going to be Walco winning that on to Cynic. 5v4. CJ's tucked himself into Cubby.
Oh, no.
Marky, that is just the worst way he could have gone down. No damage done. Utility in his hands. George finds an open site for his team, and now the bomb's going to get planted here. Nouns crumbling.
I love this play from the Evil Geniuses. I think this is probably going to be safe, even with that kill right off the rip for Nouns.
Yeah.
Because what this is a tempo breaker. Marky never expected them to come around that corner that quickly. Never expected it, because that's not a very EG Black play.
Nope.
And so they upset expectations. They get the kill. They realize they're in a great position. They just say, just roll it. Roll into sight.
That is something EG needs to do more of, right? I respect the slow play. They need that slow play because it works very well for them a lot of the time, but they do it too often. You've got to throw those change of pitches in a little bit more, and right there you see how well it works because your opponent's just not ready at all. Marky thought he had all day to toss that smoke into the apartments and gets completely caught off guard. So EG are going to take a 9th, and Nouns save whatever they've got because they forced up here, and they need to make sure the 2 rifles and the MP9 carry over into this round. Cynic and Marky won't be investing anything, though. They've got less than 2K. It's up to the guns they had in that previous round.
You say the guns they have in the previous round. I say marquee USPAs. Why not? Why not? If you just click heads.
Where is he? Yeah, he's lane.
He only
I
needs
don't know
10
about that.
shots. That's one magazine of the USP. Easy. Look at this aggressive push. Look at Cynic and Carson. Cynic just carrying this coal mine. Carson going to take advantage. They actually do trade out a USP for a rifle, and they will be happy about that every day of the week.
Yeah, no question. Let's see if Mark can do more of the same. Oh, ooh, that's bad.
Less so there. The big gun's now down on the ground. Carson could not fight his urges to go for one more peek. Now it seems like we're going to get a pinch in towards B. Beebles has had to come back to deal with the threat of rush, and in so doing, he's left the B site totally vacant. But he will find this kill. He won't find a site defense.
I mean, here. At this point, I think all three players can get some pretty good rifles here on the Nouns side. Probably just grab those off the ground and save. There's no reason to try and go for this retake.
Well, you know, except to win the round.
I mean, that, but at the same time, you want to save the rifles if you can. And you didn't. It's just, I don't know. Just save them.
I mean, they're definitely not going for it.
Yeah.
I'm just being facetious.
Thanks, Mike.
They're definitely not going for it here.
It's just you're so out of position, right? And you have the rifles that you can keep, and your
don't have
money's
the
not
kit,
great.
don't have the armor on Marquee. It's not happening. So we are going to go 10 all in our continued quest to find every possible round. We are set up beautifully to go the distance here, John.
As expected. Stats don't lie sometimes when it's not the major.
Except when they do. Everyone knows numbers don't lie except when they do, folks.
Getting robbed of my diamond coin 3 majors in a row.
Tough out there, John. Tough out there. To be fair, I don't think anyone's getting a diamond coin off of this one.
I think it's extremely unlikely. I mean, yeah, no. Well, back to this matchup, though. Tied up 10-10. Evil Genius is pulling it back. But now Nouns will have the rifles once more. No op available for Cynic, but he's going to try and make the M4 work. He's watching from Arch side. He's got reinforcements as well. 4 players on Nouns waiting here on A. Only one anchoring down B. That's B Wills. And George finds Cynic around the edge of that smoke. There was a little bit of a gap. Carson looking for the trade back. Gets one and a second, maybe the third. There it is. What a 3K for Carson. 4v2 just like that.
Carson, got to be a little careful here, but should be a tough spot for Rush. They come clearing out. CJ's playing anti-flash on this, just ready to punish. As soon as Carson finds that contact, he's going to swing, right? There's the check. There's the death. And, well, that was a little earlier than he was anticipating finding that contact. So here we go. Here's CJ. 1, 2, buckles his shoes, and he's on. 22 in 12. That's quite a nice scoreline, John.
That is an excellent scoreline for Mr. CJ, who, you know, has really impressed us this season, I think. I'm pretty sure he's not necessarily at the top in terms of stats on his team. He's not. At 171 frags, he's behind B-Will, Cynic, and Markey, but still positive kill death differential at plus 16 and 8 3-kill plus rounds, including 2 4Ks. And, well, he's got another 2K there at the very least. So, yeah, CJ has been markedly improved over previous seasons.
And now I finally know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Saw him at the RMR. He's a real person.
He has a picture now on HLTV.
He's got a lion's mane of hair.
Yeah.
Real, actual human being.
Not a robot, folks.
Look, I'm not saying I thought CJ was a cardboard cutout, but
I had never seen him.
No one had for many, many seasons.
Yeah. Real, honest-to-God person. CJ, real honest-to-God CJ, gonna get himself a kill looking for more. Not going to have that. So only 1 for 1 here, but Mark is able to trade it out. There is a pinch in Junior. Finds his, but immediately the flank is on, and they've got the bombs. George has to come back to the round to try and find the C4, and he will instantly be deleted. It's an expensive round, but it is a round win for now.
Yeah, loss bonus not that great here for EG at this point, and they don't get the bomb plants, so that means we're probably going to see a very limited investment into this round, if we see any at all. Pistol upgrades at most, maybe just for Hex and Walco if they decide to go for it. But yeah, Nouns starting to gain a little bit of momentum back in their favor, but because these rounds are so close, the economy is very, very tough for Nouns. So if they should lose this round, it probably will be an eco in the follow-up. We'll have to wait and see. CJ, though, is going to make sure that they get off to a good start. George, his first victim, 5v4, just like that. Mark, he's looking for
Chunky bit of damage as well. And, well, we weren't expecting this to get much going, and we won't get much going. So Hex, do us the mercy of dying a good, swift death, and indeed, he will. It's a nice balance between these two teams. You know, EG's predilection for playing every second of every round, and Nouns' predilection for slamming the W key down to the keyboard creates, it's like a little nice mix, an oil and water, but they have to mix type of situation.
Yes. I mean, Nouns used to be way more press the W key and push up and get in their faces. They've really tamed themselves a lot, which is obviously excellent for their long-term success, but definitely they are more aggressive than Evil Geniuses by far. Timeout called here. Who is calling this one? Again, Evil Geniuses. Not a single timeout being called by Nouns so far.
I mean, at this point, it makes sense, right? All the momentum's in their favor. They've got cash to spare. They've got likely a buy, even if this one goes awry, provided they save anything in terms of weaponry. And just a stone's throw away from closing out their map pick. So what do you have to show for us, Evil Geniuses? And actually, this is EG's pick. I was a little surprised by the starting of the sides. They opted to start T-side, did Nouns. So,
yeah,
pretty prime position to be in for the Nouns.
I mean, honestly, both maps could have been either team's pick, right? In Mirage and Inferno. So, yeah, the only surprise is Nouns starting T-side, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Nick got himself the opener. Snap B shot, looking for more, and he's just going to dip back in. That might be a bridge too far, but it is a duel against an AK, and indeed, stepping into the Molotov, that's ambitious, to say the least. But CJ, make it a little bit easier for him. Still, he has given Junior the op. Danger exists in this round. CJ is going to find it face first.
Jeez. That's a gift for Junior. And
yeah,
look at
two
this
of them.
now. I mean, Markey is alone on the A site, so if Evil Genius decide to push in, then they will have a chance of taking this round, but they have to get on the site soon. 35 seconds left on the clock. Markey isolated. Is there util? Yes, Junior has a flash and a smoke.
Taking themselves out of this?
Oh, no, if they go to B, that's the bad call there.
No, just setting up util, just setting up util. I was going to say, I don't even think they have time, really, how little information they have.
They would, but no, it's not much.
Markey under pressure of the smoke, but it gives him a nice little angle here on towards the bow. Keeps that flashbang player down. Well, you've heard it.
Didn't hear it, no?
No, he did. He's just sticking close. They're going to think it's clear. Oh, no, they think it's clear. The bomb dropped. The round's over. And Carson will do him the mercy of killing him before time, but it is still the round for Nouns, and they chug ever closer to a map win.
Markey, the patience making the difference there. Just not being spotted is enough for Nouns to take the round and prevent Evil Geniuses from clutching that one out. And that makes things a lot tougher for EG in terms of getting back into this map. They've got, it looks like a force buy that's going to come through. I guess it makes sense with a $3,400 loss bonus, but now they need a bomb plant to get a full investment in the follow-up round should they lose here. And of course, if they do lose, it's going to be 15-10, and Nouns will have 5 opportunities to close out the map. So not looking too rosy. CJ, is going to toss the nade right down Banana. Doesn't do much damage to Walco. Tickles him for about 12 HP. And Evil Genius is going to bide their time. Ooh, that did a lot more.
Oh, dear.
There's another one coming.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, EG are going to think there's a billion players here, and it's all just one guy. Hucking HEs. Hucking them like it's no tomorrow. It's B-Bills. We are going to get a full B hit. There are 3 players here. They are aggressing at perhaps the wrong time, but Carson's never seen a fight he didn't want to take. Swing he wasn't ready for, and this one may be a bridge too far. B-Will's overwhelmed. He found the damage. It's a 2-on-2, but still, they're in towards the site. Good with a hope. A lot more than a prayer. Bomb's gonna need to be planted, but you know they're swinging right after this. There's a flashbang.
Yeah.
Set it up. Marky is through, and he's got 1, and he's got 2 as well. Map point found for Nouns.
I mean, you called it, Mike. Honestly, you knew that Nouns wanted to take the fight before the bomb was even planted. And yeah, doesn't get down to dirt. Perfect flashbang thrown by Cynic, which was being set up before, you know, they even realized the bomb was going to be planted there as Marky gets the 2K. Wow, nicely done. 15-10 in favor of Nouns. As mentioned, 5 opportunities to close this one out. Because EG forced the previous one and didn't get the bomb plant, this buy-up's a little bit rougher than it would have been. Locko gets tagged down to 21 by Cynic, who also takes a little bit of damage in return. Nade connects onto Hex down to 49, and EG are not looking too great here in this round.
A little bit limpy again. Right off the rip. Coming up, stumbling, like when you accidentally step with half your foot off the curb and twist your ankle. Never a good feeling. A little bit of counter util here. Cynic could actually play ahead of that smoke, but he's not going to. Oh. EG will respect it. They're nervous about someone messing around with this. With good reason. It is Nouns they're up against. Better safe than sorry when it comes to smoke fades. Speaking of smoke fades, one does. Cynic lives. Woo, swings back in for the fight.
Wow, look
and
at the
gets
damage.
the tag as well. Rush low. Walco low. The hit. Looking like they do want to go toe-to-toe, but CJ sliding back into the angle will catch the kill on a healthy player in George. And meanwhile, they're funneling back towards B, and Nouns, knowing that Arch is open, have actually readjusted to address this spawn side, leaving the site itself extremely vulnerable. But coming back in the nick of time. 2 kills found. Oh, the third, not quite there. Walco's so low, though, and Rush got way too far away to do anything about this one. He does not have enough time to win this round, period, and he will also catch a few bullets for an extra helping. So that was a really strong close from Nouns, right? It was neck and neck, 10-10, and then from there, Nouns just get the 1 round they need and pull away.
Yeah, 6 rounds in a row, and I mean, you saw the problems we mentioned for